What's going on, everybody? All right, we're going to jump right into it today. We're going to do a quick range and penetration test of the Walksnail V2 VTX. Let me get these specs out of the way really quickly. We're using a V1 1S camera, so this is not the V2 camera. The V2 camera should give you a little bit better of an image. We're using the Avatar VRX, so 2 internal patches and 2 external Omnis that I upgraded. The settings I used for this test are 700 milliwatts, 25 megabits per second, 720p, and I'm using the high frame rate mode, which shouldn't affect image quality. This system is capable of 1200 milliwatts, capable of 50 megabits per second, and capable of 1080p, although I think those settings are more inconsistent than the settings that I've chosen for this test. If you're going for consistency of range and penetration, you should use the settings that I have currently. That's the most consistent on the firmwares we have to date. So all right, with all of that out of the way, we can just take a look at the image, which is breaking up for the first real time here, and people call it smearing. What it looks like to me is if the image is like made of sand and someone came along and like blew the sand off. I think it's coolly flyable. I really do. I'm not from the digital world. I fly a lot of analog, and as of recently HDZero. So this image quality looks amazing to me. You know, especially when you're flying in front of yourself or not pushing the system behind buildings and trees and all that. When you're in range of your antennas, especially the patches, the image quality looks very, very nice. It looks even better than what you're seeing here when, for whatever reason, those OLED displays on the HDZero goggles and the Avatar goggles, I'm sure, it just is beautiful. It really is. We're going to see some bad breakup as we come around the back here as well. And yeah, unfortunately, I can't really give you a good comparison to DJI. I fly my friend's O3 from time to time, and the O3 is great. I know the O3 has better range and pen than this system does. I don't think that's a hot take. I think this is comparable to the Vistas. I would say the image quality in the goggles of this Avatar system is better than the Vistas, and I think it's actually on par with, if not maybe even a little bit better than the O3, but obviously the output of the O3 is far better than what you get here. But I mean, take a look at this. We're behind some heavy trees, and you know, we're in range of the patches, and we have some smear in here. But I mean, man, I don't know what you could expect. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say you shouldn't be flying like this, but the type of flying I usually do is I'm not behind a wall of trees, and I'm not behind a building. I'm looking at where I'm flying, and you know, when you're doing that with this VRX, the image looks really good. It really does. All right, and before we go, I just want to showcase this once again. This is going to be behind ourselves, so we're only operating off the Omnis. We're going to really push the pen here a bit. We're going to go down this tree line here, and you're going to see some more smearing. You know, just to give you an example. Again, I wouldn't be flying this. This isn't a flight path that I would take, but for the test's sake, take a look at it. And let's see. Yeah, so you can kind of see it. In the goggles, I think it stutters a bit more than what you're seeing, because I remember thinking that. So I don't know if this is actually a fair representation completely. I think it stutters a bit more. The breakup's bad there. One thing I noticed about the system, if I pop up, you know, get out of that obstruction, it comes right back. That's kind of like an analog, an HDZero thing. I guess it's an anything thing, as long as it has direct line of sight, or it, you know, a clear place for the signal to travel. I guess it makes sense that it would not break up. But yeah, hopefully that helped out. I haven't seen a lot of DVR footage, so here's some DVR footage. Let me know if you want to see any other tests or anything else with the Avatar system. Yeah, thanks for watching.